Welcome to the Jerry Graves channel. It's a channel that talks about narcissists. And I'm going to go ahead and jump straight into the video. But first, make sure you leave a like and a comment and subscribe and ring the bell. And without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump straight into it. This video is about the main mislogic that the narcissist operates on, and basically how they take over your life. A narcissist's main idea, their main logic is that you need to come to them before you use your own brain. They want to do the thinking for you. They want you to turn off your brain and just hand the keys over to them, and then they'll drive the car. And the car is you. The car is your life. And obviously you don't want to do that, but that's what they're trying to do. They want you to constantly explain yourself and run everything by them, all your plans, all your goals. They'll listen to you. Sometimes they'll listen to you just to disagree with what you're saying and have you filter what you're saying through their perspective rather than just let you be you, let you think for yourself. And obviously you never do this. You always have to hold on to your own mind. That's the key. Like, you never turn the keys over to anybody else. And there's things that you can do to help with that. If you don't have the support system, somebody to encourage you to believe in yourself, you got to write your own thoughts down. Like, you have to have a journal. You have to hash your own thinking and go over your own thoughts just to make sure that you are following your own course and you're keeping track of what's going on. And it's a very healthy thing to do, because narcissists are always trying to do that. They always are trying to chip away at your own belief in your own intelligence and your own common sense, your own logic. You know, they always are looking to poke holes in what you're saying just so that you stop thinking. And it's an easy thing to do, especially since the world is very stressful. We kind of seek that. Like, we kind of want the protection of our parents again. And the narcissist wants to come in as a parental figure for you. And even though they're not any better at life than you, they're not any smarter than you are. So what they do is they try to get you in the habit of just explaining yourself to them, explaining things. And that's a soft way of beginning this process. You know, just explain, explain what you mean. Even if this person already knows what you meant when you said something, they know exactly what you meant, but they want you to re-explain it. And then eventually they go from get you to explain it to poking holes in what you're saying, But it starts with stuff that's small. They act like they don't understand what you're saying, and now you're over, explaining things that there's nothing to explain, but you're find yourself explaining over and over again. And then the next thing that they're doing is they like to leave you hanging, and instead of confirming what you're saying, even if they know that they agree with you, it's true, they agree with what you're saying. Sometimes we do that. We want somebody to agree. We want somebody to confirm or just understand or acknowledge our points, and they'll just leave you hanging. So there's always this feeling of just being left hanging, and now you're seeking some type of confirmation from them. It's not even a confirmation. It's just you want to hear their opinion about something, just in general, or just you just want to have a conversation about what you're talking about, and they'll still just leave you hanging. And it's just one of those things that it's just that feeling of being left hanging just makes you want some type of affirmation, some type of affirming action from them, even if they there's no reason why, and they shouldn't be trying to tease that out of you on things that you know are true, things that you know for certain. They shouldn't be trying to tease out and question you. They always ask you, are you sure? Ask you, are you sure? They're always playing this little game with you just so that they can get you to turn off your brain and be like, here, make decisions for me, think for me. These people never acknowledge that you're smart. They'll never acknowledge your intelligence. They'll downplay your intelligence. And it's just a nonstop thing that they always do. That's a cornerstone. That's something that they always have to get. There's other things that they can do or not do in narcissism, where they try this or that, and if it doesn't work for you or against you, then they'll try to work a different angle. But with this particular thing, where they want to think for you, that's something that they have to do. There's no way around it. You'll notice that people, they'll fight the hardest when it comes to this. If you ever were to call them out about them disagreeing all the time, and if you say, man, if I say the sky is blue, you'll say it's a different color, and we both know the sky is blue. Like, why are you always disagreeing? You could say that to them, and they'll be caught red-handed, and they won't concede. They won't concede that point because they need that. That's something that abuse is built on. This type of abuse is just built on a person trying to take over your mind and make you, you're just an extension of themselves. You live through them, and they do this all day, all the time. And it's one of those things where you can lose large parts of your life and of yourself, of your talents and your hobbies, and things go down the drain just because you've done this. A narcissist will act like they know everything. Just somebody acting like they know everything, and they will give you advice on things they shouldn't give you advice on, and will have you throw your talents and your abilities and money down the drain listening to them. That's how you know. That's one of those things where you should really pay attention to, and say that in your mind ahead of time as an alarm. If you do ever get bad advice on something that you know that you're already good at, and things don't go well, like you were thinking one thing and then they told you to do another, whenever that happens, something that you know that you're good at, that should be an alarm. That's a major red flag. They shouldn't be giving you advice on stuff that they don't know anything about in the first place. But if you already have a handle on that, and things go sour, it's just like, you definitely need to get away from that person. Bad advice, or even advice not given, which is another thing that narcissists do. They hold back certain advice, and they'll focus on things that they want you to know. They want you to focus on this stuff. They don't want you to focus on the things that'll help you become a more powerful person. That's kind of like the government not really wanting to teach people how to make their own army or something like that. It doesn't mean that just because you have an army, you're going to go and try to take on the government. But they would rather you not know how to do things like that. They don't want you to know how to build weapons and stuff that can make it where you could take them on. And so narcissists, once they do take over your mind, they're going to leave out things that are supposed to help you, that the real things. And a lot of times you'll have, if you ever ask them a question, because they'll become your world at some point. If you're filtering your life through them, they're going to become your world. They're going to be the main person around you. So you'll start asking them for advice for your problems, and they will filter out, just how you're filtering your life through them, they'll filter out solutions that will really help you, that will help you get away from them, or will help you just, even if it's not directly connected with getting away from them, but it might just give you a little bit more power. And they're like, I don't want you, I want you to be weak. So let's not even talk about that. Let me act like I don't even understand that question. And that's basically your new brain is your new brain is now avoiding the real solutions, the real problems that you need to be focused on. You can't let that happen. You need to write down your own thoughts. That's the number one way to prevent somebody from coming in your life and taking over your mind. You gotta write your own thoughts down, and you gotta read what you write. It's so easy to just write things down, thoughts here and there, and never look at it again. No, those are your thoughts. Those are very important. So read what you wrote every day, and that will help you keep your mind and keep your own logic and your own common sense. And that's the video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. Peace.